travel experiences from around the world. It is mid-June 2014, and we begin a new road trip to central Italy, a distance of 1,100 kilometers that includes a plethora of colors, flavors, and tastes. The starting point is Athens, where we set off for Patra to take the ferry to Ancona. We reach the Italian port the next day in the evening, so we will spend the night at a campsite in the village of Numana, located 20 kilometers south of the city. The next morning, we headed to Montegallo, where we will spend the next 2 nights in Italy. The distance in total is 127 kilometers. Apart from a section in the beginning, which is highway, the rest of it is delightful, as we rode through nice green areas, passing through many beautiful villages. We passed through Sarnano, a medieval village of 3,000 inhabitants, and continue our route to Amandola, where we will make a stop for coffee. Amandola is a picturesque village that was built in 1248 at an altitude of 550 meters within Sibillini National Park. Although when we got there, heavy rain began to fall, we still walked the streets as we wanted to admire the traditional architecture of the village. From Amandola, we continued heading south, and after just 14 kilometers, we made one more stop in Monte Monaco. All the villages in this area are so beautiful that you want to constantly stop to take photos. Afternoon has come, and we have arrived at Montegallo, which will be our base for the next 2 days. We are very tired, so we will just eat something and then get some rest. In the morning, we will continue our journey to the center of Sibillini Park. The next day, we started our ascent up the mountain to get to Castelluccio. A really nice 21-kilometer route with a lot of vegetation and intense aromas. Shortly before reaching the top, we entered the Forza di Presta pass, and the scenery changes. Many hiking trails to the top of the mountain and the other parts of the park begin in this area. We leave behind the Forza di Presta and begin our descent down the northwestern slope, heading to Castelluccio. Here we visited a shop with local products and got some food for a picnic. At the campsite, we were surprised to see a group of foxes that were very friendly with people. From Castelluccio, we went to Visio, a city located 21 kilometers northwest. Here we strolled through the park and ended up watching an Italian national soccer team match with some locals. Returning to Montegallo, we made a stop for lunch at Castelluccio and tasted the traditional dish of the region, lentils. The next morning, we set off for Spello. We took another very beautiful route, which is 106 kilometers, and driving at a normal speed with only one stop took us about 2 hours. On the south side of the mountain, we passed through an impressive park where for about 13 kilometers we would pass through one tunnel after another. Spello and its famous flower festival, which was taking place during this period, was the main reason for organizing this road trip. It is a beautiful, archaic town of 8,500 inhabitants, which in the 1st century BC became a part of the Roman Empire. The flower festival is impressive, and almost everyone in the area gets involved in it. We watched the whole preparation process with the machines they used to clean the petals before they stuck them on the designs. The festival is called Infiorata di Spello and is mainly a religious feast. It starts as a litany at the church with many gathered in the streets outside. We stayed in Spello for 2 days. The second day, we visited the artificial waterfall Cascata delle Marmore, which is one of the largest in Italy and the largest artificial waterfall in Europe. It was created in 271 BC by the Romans, as they built a channel to change the flow of the Velina River. It falls into 3 levels and the total height is 165 meters. Here we took a van which brought us to the starting point where we will begin rafting. In this area, we stayed up at night, as we wanted to take a few photos of the waterfall in the dark. So we returned to our base in Spello quite late. The next day, we headed off to the town of Assisi. It is located just 12 kilometers northwest of Spello, and is the birthplace of St. Francis. It is a beautiful city, and we stayed for about 2 hours to walk around the city center. After Assisi, we started heading back, as we wanted to visit another village called Collepino. It is located 7.5 kilometers northeast of Spello, at 600 meters above sea level, and is regarded as one of the 20 most beautiful villages in Europe. The last stop on our road trip is in Perugia. Here we will enjoy our last dinner in Italy, and the next morning we will begin our return to Ancona to take the boat back to Greece.